Hey folks, Uncle Jesse here in Chelsea. Want to say hello to my friends, family, and fans. Anyway, folks, I just did it recently. I hope you guys saw my video with Leslie. I don't want to butcher her last name, but Leslie Murphy. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, folks, she's running for councilwoman in District 3, which covers Chelsea and covers Hell's Kitchen as well, right? So anyway, folks, she's got a lot of great ideas. And if you want to learn about her, look her up. She's got a lot of concern about NYCHA, a lot of concern about the rents in, the store. I mean, a lot of stuff that I just can't go over right now. But look her up, and I think she'll do good for Chelsea, and I'm rooting for her. Anyway, folks, I am upstairs in the Highline in Chelsea. Okay, now let me tell you what the Highline's about. Back in the late 1800s, cargo trains used to run up and down 10th Avenue back then, many, many moons ago. And people, like I guess similar today, they were running out in front of these trains and getting killed and getting run over and getting hurt on these trains. So it was happening so much that it was called the Boulevard of Death or something that's similar to that, right? So what happened was the train companies went out and hired these guys to ride a horse in front of the train with a red flag flagging the train was coming to get out of the way. And they became known as the 10th Avenue Cowboys. As a matter of fact, I have one of my fans on this page that tells me that I think her uncle or grandfather, something that was a 10th Avenue Cowboy. So anyway, that's a little bit of history on that. And so even with the Cowboys, people continued to get into accidents. And as things became busier and the area became more populated and everything, they decided they were going to build a elevated train system, cargo train system above ground. And they thought of the Highline, where I'm at now. So they built this trestle, and it ran from, I don't know how far, but from downtown all the way up. I don't know how far it runs. I didn't do my history too much of it. But I used to be a kid. I used to see the trains come by here. But in 1980, the last train roared through here. Matter of fact, the train used to run through the Nabisco Biscuit Company, and it used to come through a lot of these meat markets and stuff and deliver and drop off and everything like that. So anyway, in 1980, the last train roared down these tracks, and it was condemned. That was at the end of the Highline, of the trestle. And so, of course, time took its toll. Grass started growing up here, trees started growing up here, God knows what started growing up here, what people grew up here, and there were all kind of strange people coming up here, and kids used to play. I mean, I hope my parents are not watching this, but I used to come up here and play on this trestle. So anyway, it became dangerous, it became an eyesore, especially for people who live, I'll show you in a little while, the buildings that the windows face out here. It was just horrible, and the whole it was all rusty, and it was just horrible. So in the late 1990s, 2000s, they decided that they were going to tear it down. That was it. They were going to tear it down. There was no use for it. And two guys, right now I don't know their names. I looked it up, but I forgot. I got a bad memory. So anyway, folks, they started to get together to save, and they formed a group called Friends of the Highline, and they petitioned for the saving of the Highline. They got the mayor involved. They got all kind of people involved, politicians, community leaders, and lo and behold, here we are in the Highline. They made it into what they call the Highline. They took all the tracks down. Well, mostly, actually, the tracks are still here. I'm going to show you that. The tracks are still here. So anyway, it's a beautiful place, and I'm glad that they saved it. And it became a park, an above-ground park, and so this was a little bit of the story of the Highline. So anyway, right now it's going to be extended in years. They said they're going to extend it, but right now it starts downtown by Gransford, down by the meat markets, and that's where Chelsea actually starts on 14th Street, and it comes all the way up north, going uptown, and it finishes on 34th Street. That's where they ended it, and I think they're thinking about maybe extending it more or not. I don't know. But this is beautiful, and if you ever get a chance to come up here, this is the place to walk, and it's quiet. There's no cars. There's no, you're above ground. So that's what this is about, the Highline. So right now there's people walking back and forth, and I'm gonna go walk. I'm gonna take you on a little short talk. My videos have to be short, they're less than 17 minutes, because if not, I don't know, my thing freezes up. So anyway, So folks, yeah, I have to keep my videos about 15 minutes or less. But I'm going to take you down. I'm going to show you, I'm not going to walk downtown. I'm going to actually walk uptown. But I'm going to show you what this looks like here. And if I turn, see some of these buildings. This is beautiful. I mean, this is one of a kind in New York City. And, you know, imagine living in that building right there. You look out the window, you see a bunch of people walking. And look at that building up here. And there's a place for kids to play. And there's actually there's restrooms all the way down to 14th Street by the old Nabisco company. This is 23rd Street, folks. This is 23rd Street. And there used to be a gas station. It's 23rd and 10th. And now they built this apartment building. Look how big this is. And there's a CVS, of course, everything else, like everything else is CVS. And this is 10th Avenue. And there goes the London Terrace. And there goes some restaurants. And this is 23rd Street looking eastbound, okay? So, and let me just show you, let me zoom you in. This is a building that's down by 16th Street. The windows look like barrels, if you see them. The windows look like barrels. And it's great. I mean, this is great. It's a great place. Let me show you again, just zooming in on 23rd Street. There goes the crosstown bus. Okay. And again, the London Terrace. So, yeah. So, folks, everybody's been asking me, oh, you know, you do videos on Chelsea and all that stuff, but they've never had a chance. They keep asking me about doing, you know, videos up here. So that's what I'm doing here today. So let's go for a walk, and I'm just going to show you. There's a lot of walking. So this closes at 9 p.m. during the summer hours and spring, and in the wintertime they close at 7. Now look at some of these old houses here. Imagine living back here, and when this trestle was all rusty and grass growing and trees, and there was homeless people living up here and everything. It was horrible. So, you know, these people must be happy. These people must be happy that this looks at least it looks a little bit more inviting, and there's people walking up and down. So as you can see down here, if you can, where I'm pointing to, that's the old railroad, the old, and from what my understanding is that if they ever wanted to put this back in operation, it could go right back into operation with just a little removing of these tracks, and there goes the tracks. So the original tracks are down here, and there goes another building. I'm in the corner of 24th Street and 10th Avenue. Look at this, and look at these buildings. This is the Hudson Yards. Look at this building over here. There goes, if you could look down, there's the old Chelsea Commons. The old Chelsea Commons, right there where I'm pointing. There used to be what was that? A check cashier there, and Hitchman hardware store, and there's a lot of, I forgot what I saw in the news, but there's a lot of, I don't know how many species plants they grow up here. And this is 24th Street, far from where you remember, right? Look at that. This is 24th Street coming from 11th Avenue. Look at that. That building was all, so yeah, it's a great place here. They have some sculptures here. They have some stuff up here. This is looking toward 9th Avenue, London Terrace. And look at this building on the corner of 24th Street and 10th Avenue on the west side. Okay, so yeah, folks, this is really quite amazing, and I might have to do this video in 2 parts because it's just too much to record. But look at this. I mean, you can walk down here and it's beautiful. It really is. Look how these buildings are old buildings connected to new ones. Amazing, huh? There's an old one here, and right next to it. We're coming up upon another little bridge here, which I think this is 25th Street, which is amazing. Amazing. This is beautiful, I'm telling you. Yeah, this is 25th Street, folks. This is where I used to watch, when I was a kid, I used to watch these trains roar by. And if you can look behind there, that building back there is 264. And my parents still live there. And this is 25th Street. I'm trying to get a view here, but of course I can't. There you go. So there's 25th Street and 10th Avenue there. And it's just blocked off here. Here we go. We got get a shot there. If you can see it, let me zoom in on Joe's Bar. There goes Joe's Bar. The old London, there used to be the pizza shop where it used to be the old London town restaurant. And over here you have another building that's on the corner where Joe's Body Shop used to be. No longer Joe's Body Shop in the corner of 25th. And so here it goes, folks. and a lot of good times here. Look at this little bench here. There's little benches. This is 25th Street, looking westbound. There's benches all over the place. There's plenty of places to sit down. They tell you to wear a mask. There's an indoor building there. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's the school, actually. I'm behind the school. The, what is it? Horizons? Anyway, this is nice. Look at this smokestack here from an old building. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. This must have been some kind of a, something they burned or something. And look at this. Look how amazing this is. And they've planted all over the place. And look at this smokestack. Oh man, it goes up high. So, and then you can see Hudson Yards in the background there. This is the back of the school. Yeah, so this is, there's a lot of people walking by. So let me shut this off. So folks, I'm the top, this is 26th Street coming from 11th Avenue. And for those people who remember, straight on this right side here somewhere used to be the club, the fun house. Many times, many fun times in the clubhouse. In the fun house, actually, the club fun house. So this is what it looks like now. There's an entrance over here on 26th Street. This is an entrance that comes up. So there's a couple entrances up here. You can get on Grandsford, I believe somewhere down 14th Street, 23rd Street, and 14th Street, and I think 34th Street is the last of it. So let's keep walking down that way. So folks, I'm passing 26th Street now, and let me see if you can see this. Behind me is that building back there is 288, where Whoopi Goldberg lived, right? And again, this is beautiful. I'm telling you, this is beautiful. Let me turn. I haven't been up here in a while, and people have been asking me from Chelsea to do these videos, and and then it was cold, and then of course the pandemic came, so I had to. I come out and do videos, but now I'm doing these videos for you guys that have been requesting me left and right, and I appreciate it that you guys have been asking me to do these videos, and this is something different. This is something different. So we're coming upon some new things here. Let me show you. So folks, this is 27th Street, looking westbound. That's 11th Avenue down there. There's a couple of restaurants there, and let me show you. Let me see if I can zoom in here. There we go. That's 11th Avenue down there, and there's a couple of restaurants down there now that didn't exist before. There it goes down here. There we go. And then there's a building here. These windows look like a TV. I don't know. The building looks like a TV. To me, it looks like an old-fashioned television. And there it goes. And there it goes. And then you can see at 27th Street. You can see the park down there. You can see the yard, the baseball field. You can see the corner of it a little bit. Let me zoom in. Yeah, there goes the baseball field, 27th and 10th. There goes the drive. Hey, there goes the sign that says Elliott Houses. And look at these buildings. Some of them have been restored. Some of these old houses have been restored. And some have not. But look at these houses now. I mean, these things are worth a fortune now when you live in these apartments, because look at the view that you have. Look at the view. So these are old houses that have been all restored, and new windows put in. So folks, look at that. Look at this. Can you imagine this? So, I mean, this is a beautiful view here. Look at this. Look at the Hudson Yards back there. And that building is amazing. It's amazing. So, this is really amazing. I'm telling you. So imagine how much that costs right there. Look at that. This is on the corner of 28th and 10th Avenue. So actually, folks, there's another entrance that goes down here, down to the street, to 28th Street. And let me just show you some of these. Let me show you 28th Street. There goes the Morgan building. Okay, and there goes the building on 28th Street. This is 28th and 10th. There goes part of the field back there. Okay, let me get a picture of that. Let me get a picture of this building here. Oh, you see the co-op in the background. There you go. So yeah, so I'm on, there's another building behind me. The sun is starting to come down. It's beautiful up here, folks. I'm glad that the weather, that Mother Nature gave me this chance to share with you guys, because this is beautiful. So anyway, like I said, this video is going to be in 2 parts because I really want to do this video, and it's coming upon almost the limit where if it gets longer, I have a problem downloading it. So this is part number 1, and I'm on 28th Street, and when part number 2 is going to be from 28th Street up to 34th Street. So stay tuned. So folks, look at these buildings that nobody wanted to live in back then, and now look at this property. Look at this building. It's 507 10th Avenue. Look how high this thing is. Look how high this building is. And this is in the corner of this is in corner 29th and 10th Avenue. Okay. So and they have some sculptures, they have stuff to see. Look at this. Okay. And there goes, look at this. Look at this. 28th Street. Let me zoom this down. Okay, so this is 29th and looking westbound on from 10th Avenue from the Highline. Okay, so yeah, beautiful. So anyway, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope for you see part 2. Okay, so I'm going to end this video now, and then we're going to switch over to part 2. So stay tuned.